So we will start, and it looks like I have a majority of grade levels here. So that's great. I think I have a 6th grader, 7th grader, and oh, there's some more people coming in. Okay, I knew this was going to happen to me. Okay. So the purpose of this meeting really is just to kind of give you some general updates as we move into our second semester, which is quarter 3 and quarter 4. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Mrs. Gialst. I am the school counselor here at the building for 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. I am a contact person for whenever you need me to be. I'm usually available through voicemail, Google Voice, Google Chat. The kids know how to get a hold of me, trust me. So welcome, and this is totally an open forum, so if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to ask them at any time. Like I said, this is not really wicked formal, just kind of giving you guys some information about what's coming up and what's coming forward. So I know that we'll go next. So there's some upcoming events. January 29th, which is tomorrow, is the end of our quarter 2. So students have until, about tomorrow afternoon or so to get grades in for quarter 2 for any teachers that will let them do back work. So report cards will be mailed home early part of next week, but you can always access them on Plus Portals, which is our system where teachers upload grades at any time. So you should be able to view those as early as probably Monday, I would say. Plus Portal grades will be updated. So then obviously February 1st is quarter 3 starts, and we'll talk about what quarter 3 means for a lot of students. February 8th, we are going to be welcoming hybrid students back into the building. So let me just put this again, because I know it's been very confusing with the week by week and all that stuff. I hear you. But at this point, it is pretty solid that we will be welcoming students back the week of February 8th if you were previously a hybrid learner. So for Group A, which is Mondays and Tuesdays, that will be February 8th on Monday. For Group B, which is Thursday, Friday, that will be February 11th. So stay tuned for more information, just confirming your days. I know a lot of you filled out the survey. Thank you very much for if your child was returning or not returning. And also additional information will be sent home in regards to the potential for testing if you do consent. And then also we have our midwinter recess, which is February 15th through the 19th. So that is coming up. So just some course information. So a little bit different this year. Most of you know we did do this flip-flop with science and social studies. So starting on Monday, all students will have a schedule change. So 6th grade students will be taking science. That's with Ms. Cowan. 7th grade students will be switching to social studies with Mr. Giardino. 8th grade students will be switching to science again with Mr. Babacon. So if a student did not pass quarter 1 or quarter 2 for their science or social studies, you probably will be hearing from me in regards to some sort of credit recovery situation. We're working on that so that students don't necessarily have to wait till summer to take summer school or something for a course they took the first part of the year. So you will be hearing from me if your child did fail the course, social studies or science from quarter 1 and quarter 2. 8th grade, this is just an 8th grade only announcement. Spanish 1 is a half-year course, so if they passed it, they will get the credit for Spanish 1. If they did not, they will be having to take Spanish 1 over again the second semester. So I do think I see a couple of 8th grade parents on there, but it's not a concern for either one of them. So just some hybrid learning protocols. This is sort of all review, but still super very important. Our arrival and departure will still be back in the back of the building by the cafeteria door. We will keep it that way. We're asking that if you're dropping your child off in the morning to be between 7:50 and 8. After 8 o'clock, they are considered late. So they should go to the front entry door because there will be nobody downstairs to let them in, take their temperature and things like that. For dismissal, very similar, 6th grade parents were asking that you pick them up around 2, and 7th and 8th grade around 2:05 p.m. This is sort of to have a staggered departure so we can kind of avoid the long lines of cars. Ideally, the buses are gone by then, so it should move, quite quickly if, people kind of stick to those approximate times. I know that Ms. Latre had given several of our hybrid learners like those, the name signs that go in the door. We will continue to use them, especially when the weather's cold. That way students aren't like standing and huddling all together to try to see if their parents here. We can just call their name. So if you lost it, that's okay. We'll get you a new one. But we are encouraging that we use those signs as well, continuing forward. Masks, of course, are going to be required at all times on the bus, hallway, and classrooms. Bus drivers will have masks. For some reason your student forgets them, they can give them one. But we have to be very, very diligent, as I'm sure everybody knows, you know, with wearing masks in public spaces like that, especially on the bus, because you're with maybe mixed grade levels and things like that. So that's very, very essential. We will continue to do temperature checks at the door. We also do hand sanitizing at the door. This next piece is really our operations piece, but I'm told, and maybe Mr. Dumont can kind of chime in, that testing is no longer required. Go ahead, Mr. Dumont.
Yeah, yellow zone is listed, as you know, and we will start on the 8th. Next week, we're gonna find out. We have started already who's coming, who were hybrid before we started remote, and who would like to come back. There are a couple of students who decided not to come back, and we're just rearranging our schedule based on that. So yellow zone is gone, and COVID-19 testing is not required, not even 20% at this point. However, we have the kits that testing kits that they were sent by the State Department of Health, and we would like to use them, and we would like to test whoever is willing to be tested. So the consent form that we have from, actually we're using the third party, the professional Upstate Family Center. That's where the doctor or the nurse or whoever is coming from, that they are the professionals that they will be doing it for us. So we're in good hands that we don't have to do it ourselves. So they are professionals, and they're also doing vaccination to other places. They're just have this weekend or next weekend Proctor Williams Art Institute that they're doing their testing and vaccination. So hopefully that we're going to be taken care of in terms of testing and vaccination for teachers. Also, we're working on it, but the testing for teachers and students will be available.
So just look for, you know, if you are a hybrid student, that permission slip will probably be coming to you. I don't know in what form, you know, and if you are okay with your child being tested, you know, just fill that form out and let us know. And I know a lot of teachers will be getting tested as well. So then the other thing is, you know, obviously once we do make that switch to hybrid learning on the 8th, all students, whether you're virtual or hybrid, will receive a schedule change. Those schedule changes will be in the same location as they have always been, which is in that main classroom. So first, it's either 6th grade live, 7th grade information, or 8th grade live. Students should know. If they don't know, that's a problem. I don't know how they're getting to class, but I know they are getting to class, so they know. So it will be there, and it will be updated as soon as we can, as to not avoid confusion. I generally don't share it that big in advance, usually about a day or so, because I don't want kids to use the wrong schedule. So it will probably be there like the Friday before we go back for virtual kids, so that they can see their new schedule. Virtual classes will be live still. Students are still encouraged to attend every single virtual live class, as well as there'll be tutoring for all virtual students, whether you're on your off days from hybrid learning. There'll be tutoring throughout the day, depending on your grade level, what time that is. So that's, you know, that's our plan right now. I really don't have anything further. Like, this is just like a quick update to let anybody know. And if any have any questions, comments, or concerns that we can answer. Oh, I think I hear Decoy's. Maybe are you muted? Are you talking, Mr. Shelton?
You're muted. That you have to go to that screen and click
There's
on
on the bottom. There's an unmute button.
Talk now.
Oh, there you go. Now we can hear you. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
About the tutoring, so they're still on Wednesdays, right?
So actually, I'm glad that you brought that up. Our Wednesday schedule for 7th and 8th graders, let me make this clear, 7th and 8th graders did switch a couple weeks ago. It's no longer considered tutoring. It's mandatory for all students to attend their classes on Wednesdays.
Okay.
And it's kind of like a virtual study hall. So as of when we switch to hybrid learning and everyone gets that schedule change, it will still be the same. There will be classes held on Wednesdays for all students, and they will be mandated to attend.
Okay. All right. Thank
Yeah.
you. Mhm.
No problem. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else have any questions, comments, or concerns that we may be able to answer for you?
Yes.
That's
Racism.
mute. I mean, this email.
Hello, Ms. Meyer, do you have a question?
Go back on the 8th, which is what day?
Like these.
So I believe Trinice, I forget which, the 8th is the Monday. Trinice, I can't remember the top of my head. Are you cohort, are you Monday, Tuesday, or Thursday, Friday? Do you remember?
I think
I can look.
Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, Monday, Tuesday.
Okay, yeah, so that'll be the 8th that she'll go back.
Okay, so just Monday, Tuesday.
Yes, yeah. Right now, we're just
And what-
continuing to offer the same thing as we offered before, is the 2 days a week. Yep. Okay,
Okay. Oh, thank you.
you're
So
welcome.
you
So in the meantime, my suggestion is, as always, is to make sure you keep your contact information up to date here at school. If you are not on the Remind group or get the Remind text messages from either 6th grade, 7th grade, or 8th grade, I would highly suggest that you message me or somebody afterwards so you can get those, because we do shoot information out quite a bit through those. And just also like on social media, we do post things there. But right now I've said that the hybrid students are scheduled to return the week of the 8th.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's all I had. I wish everybody have a wonderful afternoon.
Okay. Thank you. You too.
Yes.
Thank you.